Hello, this is DrGAKMAN again. I don't know if I'm going to edit these videos back together, or if I'm just going to keep them separate videos, or what, but the camera died because the battery ran out, like I thought it would be a problem last time I did the last video. Knocked over something. Yeah, I wanted to count these again. I've got 1, 2, 3, so I've got 6 of these discs for this thing. I forgot to mention with this that, there's the discs. They're not laying in there completely flat or whatever. And then there was the ripped up one. I think there was 8 discs total, but I'm missing one, plus that one's chewed up. So anyway, I forgot to mention last time when I was doing this. I know I just randomly went here, there, and everywhere, but I wanted to do this before I forgot. You can take it off. See? Like a gun, you know? And then you put it back on this little track, and it's a vehicle. So I guess it could fly and stuff too, if you have an imagination, that is. But yeah, that fell over. So there's that. I wanted to tell you about that. I think where I was leaving off last time, or I was about to talk to you, there's this orange thing. It had orange wheels. This was the front part of it. It had a string that I think would tie through this. It looks like a little jet, but went to a He-Man toy that I think broke, shattered it up. It was green. It was almost like a sand speeder from like Star Wars or whatever. But it was green. It was like a jet thing. I was talking about omissions, stuff that I don't have. And I believe I mentioned just about everything, but as the videos were, or as I was trying to upload the videos and do crazy stuff, I went through the list. I told you about Faker, told you about Prince Adam, King Randor, Queen. Now, just to reiterate, these are the ones that I'm missing. The Sorceress, Ram Man. There was that elephant guy, I don't know what his name was. The black guy, I don't know what his name was. The Dragstore, he was the guy with the wheel on his belly. There was a robot Moduluk. He was like that, but he was robotic. And his parts were interchangeable with the other Moduluk, but I only saw that in the thing once. I did a little bit of minor research. I don't know if this is completely true or not, but I think there was only one other stone guy, and he was gray, and like I said, he was broken, and I don't have him anymore. His name was Stondar. So this guy's Rock On, and then there's another one, Stondar. I don't have him anymore. Then there was, I was talking about Flying Fist He-Man. There was the other He-Man that they made. It had bolos around his wrists when he flew and stuff like, or not flew, when he, punched his fists. I don't have that. And then the other one was Terror Claws Skeletor. He had really long claws. It was kind of crazy. The two guys that were part of King Hiss's group that I don't have, the one with the tongue and the one with the snake bite head that came out at you. The tongue guy, his name was Tongue Lasher, and the other guy was Rattler, like I thought, Rattler. Again, the big playset that I don't have is Eternia. Battery's about to die again, so I better say this really fast. There was a hoverjet thing that I told you about that I'm missing. There was this action playset thing. I don't know if there was all together or they just advertised them separately or whatever, but there were stilts that He-Man could stand on to make him taller, a jet sled that he could, fly around or sled around in, and there was a mega laser that kind of made him like Rio Blast, not Rio Grande. I said his name was Rio Grande, but his name is Rio Blast. I said a couple of these names wrong, but oh well. There was bad guy vehicles. There was I don't think there was a bad Battle Bones, but I could be wrong. I said that earlier. But there was a land shark. I think I talked about that earlier. There was also, I talked about the battering ram for the good guys. It was called Bashosaurus. There was also a tack track. It had 4 tank treads on it, and it could climb things. It was right when monster trucks were starting to get popular in toys. So He-Man had their own. I think it was battery operated too. There was a thing called Talon Fighter. It was like a flying jet hawk-looking thing. Then there was a bad guy spider thing. It had really long legs, and it looked a lot like this buzzsaw thing, but it was black with red spider legs. I don't have those. So I think I've told you all the stuff that I'm missing. There might have been a Diplodocus, or Brontosaurus type long-necked dinosaur too. I don't think there was, though, because in the comic there wasn't. There was a picture of one, but it didn't have any battle gear on it. They had pictures of other dinosaurs too. Just these 3 dinosaurs had battle gear on them, so that makes me think these were the only 3 dinosaurs they had. But I could be wrong. There could be other stuff missing too, but those are the glaring omissions that I know off the top of my head and that I thought about in between these videos. The next video, it won't be covered here because I got to pack all this stuff up. The next video will be about how I'm packing it and if I can find anything else. I think I have some He-Man coloring books. I mentioned comics before. I don't think I'm going to give those up, unfortunately. I think I'm just going to keep those, sorry to say. And there might be other He-Man memorabilia that I'll look for and find. Until then, this is what you're bidding on. Thank you so much for watching these. And like I said, I'm making another video here pretty soon showing you how I'm going to pack this and seeing if there's any other extra stuff that I'll be putting in. I forgot to mention, maybe I shouldn't mention this, but there's these 2 little guys. There's a Zodiac guy. These were like when Muscle Men were popular, those 25-cent machines. I think this is a He-Man thing, but I could be completely wrong. Looks kind of like Jitsu, but not really. They were popular in like 25-cent gumball machines, and you put a quarter in there, and then you got a little figure. You never knew which one you were going to get, but there's He-Man ones of those. Also, I forgot to mention, Orko had this magic trick thing. I can't really show you the example, but I do have all the pieces that go with that. The problem is that they were stickers on them, so they're a little bit scratched up, but they all are there. I can see if I can try to open this before the battery dies, but let's see. Yep, I did. I opened it. So here's all the chips. There's Skeletor, He-Man, Man-at-Arms. See, there's Tila with their Cobra armor on. Stratos, that was his name. And Orko was on top. No, he wasn't. Yeah, Orko was on top, and on the bottom was Beastman. But his sticker is a little scratched up. But it was like a magic trick. You tapped it a couple times, and then a specific character would pop up and knock loose, and you would say, which character did you choose? And, you know, and was it this one? And you click it, and it was like a card trick almost, but with a toy. Anyway, that was a little stupid, but that's all there.